3 games. So going back to the Pando Sports Stadium to face Mediama, who is second on the league log, with a game in hand, another big game.
Well, let's see. Other big games will be played tomorrow, then on Sunday. All will be live on TV3 and on your TV. But both teams have arrived at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, bearing with confidence and hoping to get all 3 points this afternoon. The Phobians are in. They say never say die. They had an impressive draw against Adriana the last time out at the Nana Ajima Bedu Park. And they are coming into this game knowing that 3 points would actually shoot them at least closer to the very top of the table. Wali, or in there, Adams, the likes of Hussein, they have not really had a good time. Solomon Nagbasi these days, the number 1 for Hearts of Oak, very, very, great in post. For Samartex, they are also in. Christopher Ennin knows that his boys are very resolute, difficult to beat. The likes of Isaac Afuwas with the Black Galaxies, all part of the squad. Emmanuel Mama and a former Heart of Oak player, Kofi Agbesima, also in there with the team. So it's going to be a very interesting game, as we hope that we are going to see a lot of goals in this one. But let's take a quick breather where Bashir Hayford, the head coach of Heart of Lions, has been talking about his journey so far in coaching and also has a Christmas wish for all Ghanaians.
Well, I'm Bashir Hayford, head coach of Heart of Lions. I've been coaching since 1982. When I was in the training camp. And then the interest in coaching came to me there. And so I wanted to be a coach. So they advised me to go to Winneba, STC. So I went to STC, the specialist training college, and did physical education and recreation and sport. And so from there, the interest went up, and I was moving from club to club until I was employed by Heart of Lions, the same Heart of Lions, and we won the top 4. So from the top 4, that's where Coach Bashir Hayford has now been in the system. Oh, coaching is teaching. Somebody has done economics, he's teaching economics. Somebody has done mathematics, he's teaching mathematics. I have done physical education and recreation and sports, and I'm teaching football. So it is all about the teaching. So it was from Lions when I won the top 4. That's where Power FC came for me. And in fact, from there, the players I handled became so fantastic. That is where people got to know Coach Bashir Hayford. So I left him to Kumasi. When he came, I said, oh, well, it's a big club, you know. So once, if you are teaching at maybe a Samartex senior high, mathematics, and they give you Achimota, they say mathematics. I don't think you'll be panicking, but that is the area you have dwelt. So I accepted it, and when I went there, I thank God I didn't do badly at all. I won almost 8 trophies within 2 seasons. 8 trophies. Yeah. And we went to Otumfuo's Palace with 8 trophies to show to Otumfuo what I have done. So I don't regret anyway going to Kotoko. My name is Coach Bashir Hayford. I'm now the head coach for Heart of Lions. I'm entreating Ghanaians to keep on watching Ghana Premier League because it is our home. My name is Bashir Hayford, but people have added a coach to it because of my profession. I wish everybody a happy Christmas, a new year in advance. All Ghanaians, we are praying for good health so that the next year we celebrate the Xmas with them.
From Heart of Lions, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Smile on the faces of the Akwini boys, and they'll be hoping that will put Mediama to the sword tomorrow when Heart of Lions hosts them in Kwando. That game would also be live on this channel as well as on your TV. But let's zoom in straight to the match of the day. Heart of Oak coming up against Samartex. Big one, especially this being the last game in 2025, Coach.
Yes, a very big game. Samartex won at home, so also drew in Doma. And for me, I think that between both sides, the 6th last game of both sides. Samartex have won 2, Hazelfolk have won 1, and 3 has ended in a draw. So it makes this game very difficult for both sides. And looking at current form, I must say that out of the 7 games that Samartex have played away from home, I mean, they've drew 4 and then they've lost 3. So it's a difficult one for them yet to win a game at away. Hazelfolk has just lost a game to Kumasi Asante Kotoko at home. So it makes the game very tricky this very afternoon.
Of course. And, I mean, Samartex have been good on the road. They defend gallantly. They have some of the most experienced players in their ranks. Kofi Agbesima, formerly of Hazelfolk, today has the nod to play against his former club. And he's starting.
Yeah, he was the former captain of Bechem United. 4 seasons with Bechem United, came to Hazelfolk and struggled a bit. And ever since he got to Samartex, his first season was just raw for him. But he's been very solid with the likes of Roland Gripman.
Yeah, Oko
Gripman.
Yeah.
You know, they are twins.
Yeah.
He's partnering
One
today.
is with Nations.
Yes, and of course, Ebenezer Akwa, the
Samartex.
captain for today, is playing as a pivot for the squad. They have a very individual player that you talk about. Emmanuel Mama in leading the attack is very good. When you talk of Kweku Owusu, who a lot of clubs are just pushing for his signature this very season or this second window. So Samartex have got individual players, but they struggle in away games. That is why I find it very difficult. They are yet to lose a game at home, but in away games they are struggling. Hazelfolk have lost 1, and it is Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Accra Sports Stadium. But at Lagos Sports Stadium, they are yet to lose a game.
Well, one thing that Hazelfolk supporters cannot wrap their head around is the fact that the team seem to be playing very well in away games, but when they come home, it's not the same energy, the same, I mean, consistency in their play. We saw them against Adriana, impressive play. How do they build on that?
You see, it's about the mentality. These are Hazelfolk players. For me, they have played the Ghana Premier League, if not 3 seasons, 2 seasons before coming to Hazelfolk. You have the mentality to be able to. There are basic things that they need to know. I mean, at the end of the day, how many fans do you have here? I think that even in Doma, the fans were massive than this place.
Yeah.
But why can't they play here? There's a lot of pressure from here. But the players themselves need to put a lot of things behind them and go into the game. Most of Hazelfolk games that we witnessed here, they do well in the second half, especially when Didi Dramani comes out from the tunnel in the second half. He does very well in terms of some changes. But looking at the lineup for Hazelfolk today, he's going the way he went to Adriana. Only one change in that game. That is Opon Frani going out and then Theophilus Collinson coming in. So, of course, he's going to the same system, the 4-3-3, and he's going to use the wide areas for the Samartex side.
Okay, so let's see what happens with that one. But we've spoken to both coaches of these teams, Masoud Didi Dramani and, of course, Christopher Enin. And both are very optimistic that they are going to end 2025 with a win.
Let me say a very big Merry Christmas to you and your crew, and then the fantastic job you are doing. That we wish that you have a very Merry Christmas and then a Happy New Year in advance with this good job that you are doing. I think that what you saw is just part of the identity that we try to impose in what we do. And it is important that we try to remain very consistent, just as I've always been talking about, that there are so many areas that we still need to improve on. And once we are in work in progress, why not? We will continue to improve. And then we are very hopeful that we will continue to grow and then be more better and stay more sustainable. I think that the key aspect is that we try to keep our identity. We try to remain very consistent. I think that this is a common usage of clear, imposed words that I have used right from the beginning of the season till date. We need to remain very consistent. We need to continue to improve in these key aspects on very key moments of the game where we have to make decisions. And when we continue to improve these aspects, for sure, we will get the right outcomes. And this game is a game that we really need the outcome of this game, a positive outcome in this game, and that will propel us into the new year in a very better mood.
Merry Christmas to you and happy returns. Well, it's something that, in fact, we prepared for this game, and we've been struggling from our away game. So we are going to do everything possible to win this game. So we are here for all out. It's something that is very, very important to us, especially our away games. It seems we do well in the big games, and we've been struggling against all the teams that are behind. So I think we are trying to do our best in this game and go all out.
In head coach of Samartex, also very confident of putting Hartlepool to the sword before 2025 ends. But coach, let's look at the last 5 matches of both teams. Let's start with Hartlepool. It's been a topsy-turvy time for them. Games that you expect them to win, sometimes they've dropped points. But that draw against Adriana will be an impressive one for every Hartlepool supporter. So the last 5 matches that Hartlepool have played on your screens there, they drew goalless with the Young Apostles and beat Vision by a goal to 0. Then they lost to Karela. It was a setback for them at the Ali Muhammad Sports Stadium. Then they had a very impressive win against Nation, followed up with that draw against Adriana.
Against Nations was an impressive second half for Hartlepool. We saw what Didi Dramani did, bringing on Wayo and of course George Paco, and they came to do the trick for Hartlepool to pip Nations FC. The loss that they had in Karela against Coach Nuru's side, for me, I thought it was a communication between the goalkeeper and the centre back of SCB that caused them. But they came back very strongly in the game against Adriana. You saw the system Didi Dramani adopted. I mean, they could have won that game. At least they should have come out with even a point from Doma. I didn't expect us to come with a point for all the 3 points because they dominated that game. But for here, I believe that they have all the opportunity and also have the chance of doing something better today.
Well, in the end, Didi Dramani was even disappointed that they couldn't win that game because Hartlepool were very impressive. For Samartex, they drew against Kotoko and drew against Brekum Chelsea as well. Then they beat Baby and the Gold Stars by 2-0 and lost to Holy Stars by that same scoreline. The last game they played was against Heart of Lions, an impressive 1-0 victory.
That was a hard fought. Lions was going to that game after losing to Adriana. So obviously there were a lot of pressure on Bashir Hayford and his boys. For me, I think that Samartex at home, they are very strong. Even their West at home is a draw. But their difficulty is to win a game away from home. And that is what they are struggling. So I'm not surprised hearing Coach Christopher Ennis saying that he's going to win today's game, probably to make his first away win in the Ghana Premier League.
Well, we will get to know very soon in a few minutes' time because both teams will be coming out to do battle. But the lineup of the 2 teams out, Hartlepool have made 1 change from the team that played against Adriana. Opafrane out, Theophilus Collinson in there.
Under Coach Watara, Collinson was playing wonderfully well. We don't know what happened. He went off and probably he's coming up. In the second half, when he was introduced in Doma, we saw stability in Hartlepool midfield. I'm not surprised Didi Dramani is bringing him on in the replacement of Opon and probably Abdul Karim and then George Paco is going to guide for him to be able to do whatever he was supposed to do. He should be tactically disciplined because you look at the Samartex midfield. They have 3 strong guys. Playing Ebenezer Aqua as a pivot today should tell you that they wouldn't like to concede. They would like to close the spaces within their half, the final third, and probably catch us on a break. Emmanuel Mama is a dangerous player, but in the area ability, you're going to see how he and OSSB are going to fight for balls.
Of course, and we'll get to know how things go. But they also have some very impressive players in their ranks. Isaac Afo with the Black Galaxies, touted as one of the best left backs in the country playing today.
Yeah, he's playing as a left back. I want to see how Amankwabe will be surging forward and Mauli Wayo his space. Whether Afo will be going forward or not. It depends on how Hartlepool position their players and whether they will be able to do a lot of improvisation in today's game. It's going to be a difficult one. I respect Afo. He's a tough customer. He's got power in his legs. And anytime he surges forward, watch the runs of Mama. He always targets Mama and will make sure that he gets his target right. But if you have Wayo and of course Amankwabe on that side, that should be the strength of Hartlepool.
Well, Wayo all playing in today's game, big one to look forward to. But we'll take a quick breather here on the Ghana Premier League. We'll return with the first half where Nana Dakwa Jesse and Calvin Owusu Ansah are in commentary position. Enjoy the first 45 minutes.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Merry Christmas to everyone. It is the Boxing Day fixture between Hearts of Oak and Samartex in match day 16 of the Ghana Premier League. Samartex in confident mood have been beaten out of Lions by a lone goal to nil last weekend. Hearts of Oak came from Doma with a precious point after holding the Gianna to a barren drawn game. This game promises to be very exciting looking at the form of the two teams in the Premier League. It's a battle between the fifth and the sixth position in the top flight. My name is Nana Darko Jesse, together with Kelvin Owusu-Ansah. We are your commentators for this special Boxing Day fixture in the capital.
Wonderful game for Boxing Day, a gift any football fan will be willing to have. And at the University of Ghana Stadium, where Hearts of Oak have been in high spirits after their win over Nations FC and the draw at Doma. They'll be looking forward to picking maximum points this time around, but it will depend on Samartex, who are equally good on the road, to allow them to grab maximum points.
Clouding their rainbow colors over purple shores, the Timber Giants have shown up here in green tops over black shores. Hearts of Oak last won here against Nations FC on match day 14 of the Premier League, and they welcome their former captain Kofi Agbesima to this home game here in Legon. Agbesima didn't really have a successful spell here with the Phobians, but have since rediscovered himself at Samartex, where he remains a key figure in their defensive setup. That's the Little Phobians. They've been present at this venue in the last couple of games for the Phobians, and they add some color and spark to the support base of the Phobians.
And clearly that is what they want. The 13th man, Didi Dramani, wants the fans to be before them, be behind them, and make sure that they drive them along with the entire team. That is what he's clamored for, especially after that impressive draw in Doma.
7th straight game for goalkeeper Solomon Agbasi. At the right back is the ever-present Yamankwa Befi. Ransford Mensah is the usual man at the left back. Amankwa. Mohamed Aliwu returns from national team duties to partner Osesebe. Paku Karim alongside Theophilus Collison, his very first start of the season, together with Kakari, Hamza and Wayo. Hearts of Oak have familiar faces in their starting lineup.
Very familiar faces, but the unfortunate thing is the absence of Hussein. Collison would have to make sure that Ali gets to his best game, and that complementary element is what Hearts of Oak have been missing for the last couple of games. It's either Karim and Hussein are not available, or they have Paku or Rafael Amponta. That is the bed that Didi Dramani has to deal with. But if you have all these regulars with Hamza Isa, he needs to be prolific together with Mauli Wayo up front.
Toss of coins done. Captains already know where they'll be playing from. Emmanuel Graham is our centre man. He's assisted by Joshua Agbo and Halilu Al-Hassan, with Moro Idris with 7 as the 4th referee for this fixture that opens the gate for match day 16 of the Premier League. Musa Zakaria, goalkeeper who has improved in leaps and bounds, keeps his place in pose. At right back is Asian, combining in central defenses Gripman and Agbesima. Afula left back, and surprisingly, Captain Ebenezer Akwa has been deployed in an unusual midfield position alongside Oforion Owusu with Ewa, Mama and Boatson leading the attack for Christopher Ennis charges here in Legon.
Samartex looking for an extra shield and protection for their defense. Gripman, Abashima, very experienced ones, and Aqua with his ball distribution ability would have to make sure that he shields them and provide something brilliant for their team. Up front, Emmanuel Oman needs to be at his best to make sure that the few chances that drop for the team, he would be able to convert it. And that is what I'm sure Christopher Enin will be looking forward to his team getting the very best of results here with the quality at their disposal.
First coach in the Ghana Premier League during his days at Brecum Chelsea, joined Samartex 1.5 seasons ago. He's yet to make an impact by their own standards. He took over from a coach who had won the Premier League with Samartex, and the expectation is that it's either he keep up with the standards or improves it, but it hasn't looked like he's done exactly that since he joined the club.
And that is where the problem lies. He's always been complaining. He had a number of injuries. He's also tried to alter the team a bit. Hopefully they get into their group soon.
Abdul Karim gets us going this afternoon here at the University of Ghana Stadium in Legon. It's Boxing Day fixture in the Ghana Premier League. Hatsabok versus FC Samartex.
It's going to be quite an interesting game. You look at Hearts of Folk whipping up their confidence. Samartex would want to breeze those Eagles, and it makes this a perfect gift for the festivities.
Here is Mama. Iwa Dramani's touch into the Hearts of Folk 18-yard box, and Mensah heads it back to Solomon Agbasi.
Very much trust that he hasn't put a foot wrong, and it's been impressive what is delivered so far in the absence of Benjamin Asari. And Basi clearly writing his name in the good books of the fans of Hearts of Folk.
Bayfi for Hearts. Bayfi with a cross away by Agbasima. Collison's header. Foul for Samartex. First flag was up for offside against Hamza.
There's always an extra motivation to play against your former side, and Abachima will be looking forward to proving his worth to Hearts of Folk. For the short period he stayed with them, he couldn't enjoy the very best that he provided in the league during his time at Bichim.
Asian on the right side goes past Mensah. Here is Asian. Good tracking back from Paku. The goal kick, good decision. Samartex would feel it should have been a corner, but clearly Paku would definitely get the last laugh. Didi Dramani last weekend was trending because he had an altercation with one of the fans of Azabok during that drawn game in Domahin Crow. Samartex with a chance. Ewa Dramani, chance for Samartex. Great save, Agbasi. That should have definitely been the opener for Samartex. Christian Ejani Boateng with a glaring goal scoring opportunity. Good save.
Brilliant save there. Spread his body quickly.
Here is Asian. Good clearance away by Mensah for a corner.
That was clearly miscalculation there from Abdul Karim. Lost it out. And that could have easily been the goal, but brilliant save there from Abbas. Spreading his body and looked like it came off his face. You can understand why he's gone down for the medics to attend to him.
He's taking that for the team and would obviously need some attention. And there was so much power behind that drive by Ejani Boateng. He had to open up his body to become bigger, tighten the angle, but the ball had to just come off his face, and I'm sure he's going to be fine, Agbasi.
You can trust the goalkeeper to be making this saves. You may try to blame Christian Ejani, but he did everything within his might to get that ball past him. But the experience and intelligence of Basi spreading his body mid-air to make that save, with the ball coming off his forehead.
It's a Samartex corner at the University of Ghana Stadium. Hatsabok been given early pressure by Samartex, and Emmanuel Asian will take the corner for the Timber Giants. Ewa Dramani wants to create an outlet for the corner, but Asian hangs on and wants to go for the long kick. Asian ready to deliver for Samartex. Now he goes to Afu, wants to create a space and shoot. He drives one, but it's gone wayward. Goal kick out the book.
That was poor there, in an era where set pieces have become one of the dangerous weapons to grab goals. He cannot be missing some of these, and with his experience and quality, he should be delivering something better into the penalty area. Isaac Afo started the season a bit poorly, but he seemed to have picked up the pieces. Being called into the Black Galaxy squad tells you he can come better.
Hamza is on. Ball is headed away. Gripman is up against Hamza. Here is Mensah. Tries to weigh in a cross, swings one in. Hamza sit down. Wayo with a chance and he's blasted over the bar. Glorious chance, Wayo. He should be burying this, Mauli Wayo. That was a big, big chance for Wayo.
Glorious opportunity. Ransford Mensah with a very good whip there. Brilliant there from Hamza Issa. The most difficult part was beautifully done by Wayo, bringing the ball down under control.
Hats of work with the opening goal. Here at the University of Ghana, and the little Phobians are ecstatic. Hearts of Oak have jumped into the lead here in Legon. That pass from Zachary. Gripman with that mistake. Wayo did well, and Hamza makes no mistake. Slots the ball into the net after that pressure from Wayo and Gripman. And Musa has no idea whatsoever. One up for the Phobians.
Brilliant there. Bauli Wayo with a press. That is one of his qualities. He made sure that Roland Gripman wasn't comfortable, and once it dropped, the scrap was quickly picked by Hamza Issa. Blasting it beyond the reach of goalkeeper Musa Zachary. Good start for the Phobians.
Keeper's got a lot of things going through his mind, and in here is Aqua. Ball goes to Gakusu.
It wasn't one of the ways you'd have expected Samartex to concede. Trying to play from behind, defense into midfield.
Dramani. Agbesima to Afo. Concerns for George Parko. The other midfielder has gone down, and referee Graham has called for the medical team to attend to him. Two other players actually down. Wayo, whose contribution to the opening goal was truly immense, also goes down for Wayo. He's been up on his feet.
Gladly, Didi Dramani will be looking forward to getting a lot more goals. The problem with this team is about converting the numerous goal-scoring opportunities they have. And that has been his bane. Hopefully after this, he'll be looking forward to his side getting a lot more. Christopher Eni has a lot to think about.
Afo. Now at Besima. Ebenezer Aqua. Foul for Samartex. Christian Ejenim Watson going down. Poor control from Collison to begin with, and out of frustration he just bumps into Ejenim Watson for a Samartex free kick. An area Afo would fancy his chances. He's got what it takes to deliver from positions like these.
It's quite a very good position, good scoring opportunity. If Isaac Afo can get his element right, should be able to get this on target.
Afo shows great desire Free kick taken. It's gone wide, no problems for Agbesi.
Kofi Essien was looking forward to having a lot more men getting to the edge of the goalkeeper's area. His intent was clear, but the players, his colleagues, were not on the same page with him.
Alfo's drive takes a deflection, corner Samartex.
That was a powerful drive there from Alfo. But it was too far, I'm not sure it was going to cause any troubles for Agbashi from that distance.
Hatsabok have another player going down. Afu to take the throw for Samartex. Here is Abdul Karim. Kakari to Paco. Paco looked to have handled the ball, but referee looks on. Ball hit a part of his body before striking the arm. Now Aqua tries to dink one to it, Boateng, but Paco takes it, cleared away by Abdul Karim. Stopped by Gripman. To nobody.
So a lot of inconsistency from the Samartex team. Poor communication between them, giving the ball away too easily. That gives Hasselfolk that opportunity to repel any attack that comes from the away team.
Abdul Karim switches to Yalbefi. Befi is searching for Hamza Issa, the goal scorer. Good control from Hamza. He scored in the last home game and has scored again today. Poor touch from Yalbefi.
That's quite surprising he couldn't sort out his feet. Had to go with the left, the weaker foot. Fortunately, it was too heavy. Control.
Alfo. Estimate with a powerful header to find Befi. Last touch coming up. Yes, Ejani Boateng is a good call from the assistant referee to show what he's trying to argue about. Mama. Abdul Karim with a foot up against Ebenezer Aqua.
Samartex will be pained by how they conceded the goal. Looked more settled in the game now.
Kwekwa Aqua being tracked by Paku. Good control by R4. He's got Yalbefi to beat, but goes out for a corner to Samartex.
A bit of hesitation there from Aqua to quickly whip the ball in. And Befi very agile, making sure he cleared that ball.
Ewa Dramani's delivery. Not too sure about that header from Oko Gripman.
Roland would have wanted a better delivery sent in there. It quickly came to him and there was no time for him to adjust his body and rise properly.
Poor clearance from Kelvin Osesibe, but Ali to the rescue. Bayfi. Foul against Ewa Dramani for the pushing on Abdul Karim. We've gone past the cutout of an hour. It's Hearts 1, Samartex 0. Estebe's delivery. Gripman heads it down for R4. Kwekwe goes in for it. Hearts have a man down after an awkward fall. He might just need the attention of the medical team.
That's a quick reaction there from the referee, making sure that Martin Kakari is well.
He went in for that ball with Kwekwe Usu. Unlucky to have fallen awkwardly.
It's quite a dangerous clash there between him. It was sandwiched in between Isaac Afol and Kwekwe Usu. There's virtually little to do, but gladly he looks okay and should be able to continue. It's good for the Phobians. They seem to be in total control of the game. At the moment, Hamza Isa. You know, many continue to question his capability. He scores today, the following week he misses glorious opportunities.
There's the inconsistencies that have been the problem with the Phobian Faithful. He's got 4 goals so far this season, having scored against Nations, Holy Stars and Chelsea. And now adding Samartex. Last season he scored 5 goals, but his best season in the Phobian jersey was 2 seasons ago, where he scored 13 goals for the Phobian Hamza. So clearly he's got a problem with consistency.
There's one aspect of the game that he needs to get better. If you want to be remembered, clearly, if you want to be pivotal in the Phobian team, there's a consistency that matters.
Agbesima gets it away, cleared this time. Collison has the ball back and Ali gets it done very well to Solomon Agbasi.
That is what defenders love, a confident goalkeeper. Goalkeeper they can trust. It was quite close, but he trusted his capabilities and just had to get it back to Abasi, who handled it cleanly.
Collison. Abdul Karim. Paku. Lovely turn from Paku. Tries to switch to Wayo, who's got Asian approaching. Back to Mensah. Swings in across. Agbesima and Gripman. Tight at the back, but unfortunately Gripman had to give away that goal so cheaply. Bayfi brings down Alpha. Referee says play on here is Kakari. Traps it back for Abdul Karim. Alpha still stays down. And Bayfi goes past Kwekwe Usu, finds Kakari. Kakari with a killer. Brilliant save by Musa Zakari. That is a top-class save from the Samartex shot stopper.
Fantastic effort there from Martin Kakari. Brilliant display from Nkwabe. He got to him once he sensed the goalkeeper being a bit out of position. But that's a sharp reflex save there from Musa Zakari. Top delivery and a brilliant save to dignify that effort from Martin Kakari.
He's been rewarded with the goalkeeper of the month in the season's Premier League for October. Brilliant. His reason Samartex do not concede many goals these days. Joined from Oko United. I'll tell you a story about Musa Zakari in the course of the game. Nearly quit football, but had to be revived by ex-Kotoko player and club console chief Yusuf Chipsa. Corner to be taken by George Paku. Paku lines up for the corner on 20 minutes here in Legon. Bends one to the near post. Headed away again for another corner by Mano Mama.
He hasn't really been found in this game, but that was Very good effort from him defensively.
Paku goes short. Mensah swings in the corner. Headed away by Kwekwo-Wusu. Gripman gets his further away. Iwadramani. It's 20 minutes at the University of Ghana Stadium here in Lagos, and it's Hearts of Oak 1, Samartex 0.
I think the Phobians will be very much happy being in control of this game.
Mensah trying to spot Hamza Issa. Chance for a second. That's some clever defending from Gripman. Clever from Gripman. It's a Hearts of Oak corner.
He knew exactly what he had to do. Hamza Issa, lots of strength there. Brilliant pass there from Radford Mensah. Clever run into the penalty area. A strong, aggressive tackle coming in there from Gripman. Getting the ball and stopping his man. Scores full points there.
Judge Paku to take the Hearts of Oak corner. This time it goes to the far post. And that was a timely header away. Ali was lurking. Good defending from Agbesima. And Ali is furious because he thinks Agbesima had the final touch.
And clearly it came off Agbesima. A lot more of the ball. Look at that delivery. Supposed to be a corner kick. Agbesima was the one who got onto it.
Can fault Ali. He was right with that decision. Poor touch from Judge Paku.
He's gradually becoming an indispensable figure in Didi Dramani's setup, taking over the central attacking midfield role.
Aqua. Alfo. Owusu to Aqua. Samartex loses possession and Paku doesn't make it count for the Phobians as referee Graham halts play for Samartex captain Ebenezer Aqua to be looked at. Aqua lifted up by Afo. Where's the former house captain Agbesima? So Iwa Jamani Kakari. Hamza Issa goes down. That's a clumsy challenge from his former teammate.
Very clumsy there. Agbesima lost his footing and eventually lost his calculation to find that ball. Hamza Issa very strong. Was quick to that. Drew the foul for the Phobians.
Ali, too much on it for Mensah. He's trying to get one through for the left back, whose assets under Didi Dramani has been bumping forward and contributing to attack. Some have raised questions about his defensive capabilities, but you can't question his ability to go forward.
Phobians will be very much comfortable with what they are seeing so far. Little threat from the opponent.
Last season, Hearts of Oak beat Samartex 1-0 with Kunedu Yadum scoring for the Phobians. They ended up picking up 4 points of Samartex after drawing the reverse fixture in Samra Boy And they're up by 1-0 here after 25 minutes, Hartlepool. That's a wild tackle from Maoli Wayo. He doesn't escape the yellow card. It was needless, absolutely needless. He gets a yellow card for that challenge on.
Those are the aspects of his game he needs to refine. Gets into a lot of ragged tackles. I think that one, just like you said, it's a bit rushed there. And in an area where you don't expect to commit yourself. Reckless.
That's a senseless tackle. Asian was going nowhere, and he's ended up injuring himself in the process. Maoli Wayo. Asian would obviously need some checkup after that rush challenge from Wayo.
He's going to walk a tightrope for the rest of the game. And I'm not sure Didru Dramani would want to see that, because he's one of the players who does well with their defensive ability when opponents have the ball.
First yellow card of the game flashed to Hazabok number 7, Maoli Wayo. Benasian is back on his feet and on the field. Free kick, Samartex. Ebenezer Aqua to take. Aqua bends one, flicked on by Kweko Wusu, grabbed by Agbasi. His aerial command and his total confidence in marshalling the back four, absolutely splendid. And, you know, the talking point ever since he came into the post has been whether he's going to go back to the bench again, especially with these amazing performances. In 6 games, he's kept 5 clean sheets, Solomon Agbasi. So where will Asari be if he regains full fitness?
That is a question. It's going to be a dilemma for goalkeeper's coach, Najao Issa, to deal with. But he's been in that situation before, picking between Kamara and Frederick Asari. He should be able to do this.
Also on the right side, Ejeni Boateng for Samartex. Asian. Now Aqua surges forward in confidence and sets up one on the right side for Asian. Brilliant skill from Asian with a cutback. And how did he miss that? That should have been an opportunity for an equalizer, Augustino Foriata. And you can see Agbasi is furious with his defensive men.
It was too easy, casually. Asian walking through, getting past 2 men. Look at that delivery. And he'll be disappointed that Foriata couldn't have that even on target. He couldn't sort out his feet. And he's quite shocked why he couldn't get any touch to test goalkeeper Agbasi imposed. Chance gone waste.
Once named best goalkeeper in the Confederations Cup, following his exploits with Dreams FC, who went to the semis of that competition some 2 seasons ago. Many thought he was going to be rusty because he had been home without football for close to 1 season, for over a season if I should put it right. But nothing shows he's that guy who has been without football for a year.
It's clearly showing his quality. It looks more like even when he was at home, he was still taking lessons, making sure he perfects his game.
Awkward clearance from Wayo. Mama goes down, fouled by Osei Sebe. He complains an elbow was used on him. Ewa Dramani. So Esebe had something to do with the arm.
And clearly it was needless. He went in with the arm. And the officials will always give that as a foul. There's no need going with the arm a little bit outstretched.
Half an hour And it's Samartex 1, Samartex 0 at the University of Ghana Stadium in Legon. Boxing Day fixture for Friday kickoff, 30 December footy in the Ghana Premier League. Samartex with an opportunity to equalize from this free kick. There's Afo, Essien, and Ewa. Essien have already delivered one that has gone wasted. This time it will be Ewa. Dramani bends one into the wall, cleared away eventually by Mensah.
He could have done something better. He could have hit it better. Once again, the wall was good enough.
Flag goes up for offside against Ejeni Boateng for offside.
Can look at that. Poor decision making coming in that room. Christian Ajenim should have read that line properly in positioning himself. It was too late after the ball had gone several yards away from the attack.
Aqua gives the ball away. Essien can stand the might of Wayo. Here is Maoli Wayo to George Parku. Theophilus Collison. Before this game, Collison had seen only 63 minutes of action the entire season. His fourth appearance and his very first start of the season, Theophilus Collison came to the Phobia and set up with a lot of promise. But he's yet to really establish himself in that midfield for Hearts of Oak. Here comes Mensah, ball fell behind him. That's well to get it, but the eventual effort is very poor from him.
That was poor there from Ransford Mensah. Good opportunity for him to whip one in and create a chance for probably a second goal. You see that bounce. I couldn't have the best of connections to navigate and find and Hamza Issa inside the goalkeeper's area.
Close contest between Hearts of Oak, who are fifth on the league table with 25 points. They've won 6 times this season, drawing 7. They are the team with the most drawn games this season in the Premier League. Hearts of Oak, 7 draws, 2 defeats. They've scored 11 goals and conceded 6 in the process. Before this game, they had come into this fixture with 2 wins, 2 draws and a defeat in their last 5, following that impressive drawn game against the Diana last weekend in Domahin Crow.
I'm sure they would want to pick up the pieces from this point. They know they are not too far away from the top spot and getting vital points at home is very much crucial and helpful towards their charge for the title.
The foul for Samartex greeted with displeasure from the Hearts of Oak fans after Oforiatta was brought down right in the middle of the park.
You can understand once you have your hand on the body of your marker, there's no point the referee is going to allow you to leave.
Here is Isaac Afo swings in across. Mama trying to chase Wayo up for defensive duties. Ends up conceding a throw.
I'm not sure Jenny was expecting that ball to be whipped in closely. Mama at the extreme end also couldn't locate the ball quickly.
Aqua's pass stopped by Ali. Here is Essien down the right side. Essien with a teasing cross. Nearly an on goal by Muhammad Ali. Agbasi had to be alert, had to be really, really aware of his surroundings. Never knew he was going to deflect off his own player. That's great awareness from the Azabo goalkeeper.
Unfortunate miscue there coming from Ali Mohammed. But when you have a trusted goalkeeper in Abbasi, very much aware, agile goalkeeping from him, make sure he had to curtail that danger coming in. It's the reason why the Phobian teams have been impermeable the last couple of games. And today, he's proven that so far.
Started drizzling already here in Legon. Agbesima. Iwadramani. Ebenezer Aqua brought down by Hamza Issa. Free kick Samartex.
It's quite surprising they are giving so many free kicks away in the opponent's half. There's no need for that late challenge.
Gripman to Essien. Essien, one of the experienced players on the pitch. He's had stints with Churchill Brothers in India and Skanderbeu FC in Albania. Lovely player from Isaac Afo. Poor touch from Mama, but the flag had already gone up for offside against the Samartex number 20.
It was a bit late with the space, with the spar. You'd expect team to be given a lot more. That was brilliant touch. Up front there from Benix, Isaac Afol, and expect Mama to find that ball with ease. It's quite unfortunate, and lots will be asked ever since he missed that penalty against the Santi Kotoko. He hasn't really provided lots of quality and brilliance to the team.
Godwin Sefa looking on in a pensive mood, knowing very well his side trails at a venue they've never won against the Phobians since their promotion into the top flight. Good turn from Hamza. He's got Mauli Wayo on the left. He finds Wayo. Wayo wants to take on Gripman. Switches to the middle. Here is Collison. Turns around and finds Amankwa Befi. Befi with a cross. Musa Zakari with a timely save to get the ball to Asian. Kwakua Usutu Oforiata. It's a long searching ball for Alfo, headed away for a throw-in by Martin Kakari. Corner, Samartex.
Clearly see they're trying to push for that quick equalizer before the break. And the Phobians are also holding them, preventing them from getting it. But they're still pushing, and hopefully they're going to get it soon.
Iwadramani bends the corner to the far post. Oforiata will allow Asian to show up on the right side. Here is Asian. Wonderful skill, but he just can't go past Mensah after doing that around Paku. Now here is Kakari. Pushed down by Iwadramani. Foul for Hartsabok.
Clearly he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Very tactical foul there by Dramani. Miscommunication between himself and Isaac Afo, nearly costing the team.
Here is Hamza Issa with another chance. Now Martin Kakari is a handball against Hamza Issa. Good call by the referee.
That was clearly poor from Hamza Issa. You'd have expected him to quickly make that pass instead of going for that touch. That got the ball away from him. And positioning wise, it was just ahead of Roland Gripman. Credit to the assistant referee for that call.
72 games before this one for Hartsabok. Hamza Issa. He's been their go-to man for goals in the last 2 seasons. An audacious try from Isaac Alpo trying to catch Agbasi by surprise.
He has enough power. He has quality. Should have been providing better efforts from that range. You ask yourself, how desperate are they to get the equalizer?
5 minutes away from the break. Hartsabok hanging on to that Hamza Issa goal. Here is Mensah. Abdul Karim. foul by Kweku Owusu. He must have left something on Kweku Owusu's face, Abdul Karim.
You clearly see there too much aggression coming in there from Kweku Owusu. You see the outstretched arm. Karim needs to be careful. Could have easily gotten into the books of the referee for that. That was ragged there from the central defensive midfielder. Has been brilliant so far for Samartex.
Paku to Mensah. Mensah lops the ball in straight to Musa Zakari.
That was poor there from Rashford Mensah. He has more than enough technical ability to have put that one in better than he provided.
Lovely switch from Alpha to Asian. Now Kweku Owusu. Also is trying to carve a niche for himself in that midfield position for Samartex, knowing very well that traditionally they produce some best midfielders in the Premier League. Yusuf Dauda, Keyeke comes into mind. Here is Ejeni Mboatin for Samartex. Swings in a cross. Good defending from Yalbefi. Now Paku. They've lost it again. Now Essien. Owusu. Poor delivery. Goes out for a goal kick.
Well, that's a terrible delivery there from Owusu, but clever and brilliant there from Samartex. The run was really brilliant. Achinim. Clever touch. Mama was a bit too early getting to the edge of the goalkeeper's area. I can understand how disappointed Ajenim is.
Ali Mohammed stopped by Gripman. Kweku Owusu can't go past Wayo. Abdul Karim. Alpha unable to clear well. Kakari controls for the Phobians. Here is Abdul Karim. Surges forward. Ball forced behind Mensah, trying to desperately keep it in. He does well to keep his calm and composure. Now Abdul Karim.
A little bit of lapse in concentration there from Mensah, keeping his eyes off the ball. Nearly lost it. Good to have recovered and seems to have taken over that left back position to be his own.
There comes Mensah again, but this time obvious offside on the part of Ransford Mensah. Christopher Ainin charged on the touchlines, knowing very well going into the breakdown would mean the job becomes bigger in the second half for him.
It's not going to be an easy task. It was too early. Too early. You can say it was a delayed pass there from Collison. Should have read the situation and put the pass a bit earlier.
Paku. Good ball to Wayo. He's got so much speed in front of him. Here is Maoli Wayo. He's got Gripman and Kweku Owusu sends in a cross. He took a deflection of Gripman and it's straight to Musa Zakari.
Good cover there from Gripman. That touch was enough to avert that danger that was approaching.
Again, it's a lovely switch from Alpha to Asian. To the right, and it's Ejeni Mboatin. Back to Asian. Iwadramani wants it, and Asian keeps it. Kweku Owusu. Gripman. Kofi Agbesima. Isaac Afo. Ebenezer Aqua couldn't control. It's a poor challenge from Gripman. And that's Kweku Owusu. Went in with that poor challenge. Second player to get the yellow card after Maoli Wayo, the Samartex midfielder Kweku Owusu.
He knew exactly what he was going in for. The reason why he didn't have any complaints in there. Captain Ebenezer could get in his eyes off the ball, making that mistake, but George Paku was quicker with the reaction. Zuan a free kick. Some time for Hasselfolk to breathe and keep their lead.
That's the confirmation of additional time by the fourth referee. We're doing 2 minutes of additional time.
Coco also a bit disappointed. It's been the live.
Kekwe Usu gets the advantage. Bay feet to Hamza Isa. Mensah. Abdul Karim. Yeah, Bay feet. It's a handball against Isaac Afo. Was it deliberate?
The show was very much deliberate. He wanted to go in with the shoulder, and you can see he outstretched his arm, and the yellow card goes to Isaac Afo.
Communication of the fourth referee spotting that it was a deliberate handball. Afo out of frustration, and you know he seemed to disagree, but all his body movement showed he
might have been
wanted to
something
bring it
extra
down,
to
yeah.
that. Probably descent instead of that outstretched arm that got hold of the ball. Clearly see the reaction from the referee. He made that decision based on communication from his assistant.
Paku's delivery. Aqua brings it down, and Zachary did well to get that one away.
Brave goalkeeping there by Zachary, putting his body on the line. His captain committing an error. Brilliant goalkeeping.
2 minutes of additional time for the first half already up. Waiting for Graham's whistle.
Look at that. Even Izakwa thought he was finding his goalkeeper inside his goalkeeper's area.
Half-time whistle at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium in Legon. Hamza Isa scores his fourth goal of the season to put the Phobians ahead after some defensive lapse from Samartex. The Phobians took huge advantage and went on to score the opening and the only goal of the first half here at the University of Ghana in Legon. Boxing Day in Legon. It's half-time. Hatzabog 1, Samartex 0.
So a Boxing Day special here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Hartlepool are leading by a goal to 0 against Samartex. Hamza Isa scoring that goal for them. My name is Smooth Talaya Kubu, and I've been joined by the assistant coach of Samartex, Coach Orlando Wellington. Coach, you started... Yes, Wellington, sorry. I have to get the name right. They said they call you a baby too, so I have to go with that. But you started the better of the two sides, created chances. But do you think the goal you considered was like a gift to Hartlepool?
a very painful goal. We have created a lot of chances. We had a first chance around 3 minutes that we have to convert it, but I don't know what is happening today.
Okay.
We've created a lot of chances, but to convert that is a problem now.
So what should change in the second half before you can get back to level terms?
No, we are going inside. Change the way, maybe we are going to change the way we are playing.
Okay.
Then we know whether it will give us a result that will suit our this thing.
Okay, we wish you the best for the second half, Coach Wellington there, the assistant coach of Samartex, saying that they need to tweak the system a bit to ensure that they get back to level terms. Abdul Ghazali, Heart2Folk assistant coach, has joined me. I mean, the goal that you scored, I saw you practice it during the warm-up. I mean, it paid off.
Yeah, I think I'm happy about the goal because the way it came, we were happy because it's something that we have been practicing and they're able to do it. So it's good for us.
Samartex have been knocking on the door. Coming into the second 45 minutes, what should Heart2Folk do to ensure they win this one?
I think we came in with the mindset that we want to control the ball. We want to control the game when we have the ball and want to control the game when we don't have the ball. And I think we have lost it in terms of controlling the game. And I think that is what we are going to work on. We'll speak to the boys to try and make sure that we are able to keep the ball. Because the way we have been playing today, we're not seeing that way. And I think it's something that is worrying.
Okay, Coach, we wish you the best for the second half. Coach Abdul Ghazali is the assistant coach of Heart2Folk. They are leading by a goal to nil against Samartex. We take a quick breather when we return. Coach Ebeni Dasafa will join me. It's been an entertaining first 45 minutes here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Heartfolk are leading Samartex by a goal to nil. Hamza Issa scoring that goal for the Phobians. My name is Mutala Yakubu. You're still watching the Ghana Premier League on TV3 and on Ria TV. Coach Ebenezer Sefa back here. It was an early, not an early Christmas gift, Boxing Day gift to Heartfolk, because that goal that Samartex conceded was a cheap one.
It was. One may say it was a cheap one, but I think that you give credit to Mauli Wayo. The kind of pressure that he gave the centre-back, that is Roland Gripman, that caused him to make that mistake for Hamza to tap the ball at the back of the net. And I believe that they watched Heartfolk warm up. Yeah. That was why, I was telling you that, look, if you watch Heartfolk warm up, they can punish Heartfolk. They nearly punish Heartfolk, but thanks to Solomon Bashir, that's out.
And you talked about how important warm-up is, because I saw Abdul Ghazali practice shooting with Hamza Issa just inside the box, and the ball fell kindly to him just around the same area where they were doing the practice.
That is normal in football. Whatever you do in warm-up situation, it can come into the game situation. So you need to be focused. You need to have that kind of understanding of what you are doing. And for me, Hamza was at the right position, and I think that what he did during the warm-up came, and I think that he did the right thing.
Of course, and that is Hamza Issa giving Heartfolk the lead. But before that, it's not all been rosy for Heartfolk. There was a crucial save that Solomon Agbasi had to make. How pivotal was that in this game? Well, because it was around the second minute.
Yeah, I think that he did very well. He enlarged his body to close the space for Ejeni Mboate not to be able to have that wide space to be able to score. And for me, it was a good mark of a very good goalkeeper. Coming out of that positioning, the angle and how he enlarges his body, fantastic save from Solomon Agbashi. And he did another one when Heartfolk centre back made a mistake. Just he closed in and opened up his body. So for me, that is a class.
That is good goalkeeping, and everyone in here has been impressed with Solomon Agbasi, who is in the post in place of Benjamin Asari, who is by the way in the stadium.
He's up there
and he saw that save from Agbasi and also applauded him because that was good goalkeeping. But Samartex have found themselves in very good position, but have not really made anything out of it.
The three midfielders that they are playing in front of the back four really helping them. Ebenezer Akwa, their captain, is the centre back, but because of today's game, they are playing him as a pivot, and they are playing Kweku Owusu and of course Ofori, who had another opportunity that he couldn't score. These are three key players who is giving Heartfolk midfield a hell of a time, especially Abdul Karim in midfield. So obviously they are taking control. So Heartfolk have decided to go the wide areas using Martin Kakari and of course Mauli Wayo. And for me, it has been 50-50. The difference is the goal between the two sides.
Of course, and Heartfolk almost doubled their lead, but goalkeeper of Samartex pulled off a fantastic save from Kakari, who was targeting the far post.
Of course, Kakari did very well, but I think that you give credit to the goalkeeper. If he had put a spin on the ball, he would have gotten his target. But I think the goalkeeper, for me, was on spot.
Of course. Now, this is what I was talking about here. Amankwabe feeding the ball to Kakari, who plays the ball beautifully to the far post. But the goalkeeper, that is Zakari Musa, pulling off that wonderful save to ensure that they still are in the game. Just one goal. But second half, it is obvious Samartex will come all out. But what needs to change about the team?
Of course, I believe that Samartex want to get equalized because they have created more decent chances than Heartfolk. Of course, probably they may maintain the same system within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Probably Heartfolk, you are clearly seeing that Prince Owusu is doing the warm-up, and of course that small boy out there is also doing the warm-up. Heartfolk may do a change, but not this time. But I believe that Samartex may vary their system and push Heartfolk more to the wall because they've realized that the two centre-backs of Heartfolk are making elementary mistakes.
Of course. Now, what do you make about the inclusion of Theophilus Collinson, who came in for Opon Afrani, who was in that game against
I think that he has made a lot of difference in Heartfolk midfield. Because of him, it's been very difficult for Samartex to go through the middle. So they also decided to go wide, using Kofi Essien, who is playing as a right wing back for Samartex. And I think he has been the best player on the field of play. He's been giving Collinson a lot of time on the left side of Heartfolk defense. And of course, Isaac Afo has also been wonderful on this side. The back line of Samartex has been good. Just the mistake and the communication that they couldn't do.
So Samartex have created decent number of chances in this one. That was the shimmy from the right. It was a cross that almost was connected by, I think, Emmanuel Mama.
No, that was Ofori.
Ofori, yeah, it was connected by Ofori, but it just needed a gentle touch to just roll it into the back of the net.
Yeah, he wanted to go with power. I don't think you need to go with power. It's a matter of just having a position and also having the angle whether you want to tap the ball in. Very well good done by Ekofiesio. And I think that he did very well by taking on.
He's been impressive in this game
for
so
me,
far.
he's the man of the match in this half. He's done very well on the right side for Samartex. He surges forward, he recovers very well, and of course, he has created 2 decent chances for Samartex. It's just that the up players could not use
another
the
one which almost inadvertently was going into the net from Ali Muhammad, but Agbasi again showing why he's a top
2
goalkeeper.
brilliant saves of Solomon Agbashi. You remember in the game against Eduarda, he made 2 brilliant saves for Hasselhoff to deny the opponent getting the goal, and he has done the same in this first half. But I think that if Hasselhoff should continue like this, they may concede, and I think that it will not be good for Hasselhoff.
Okay, so the players are back on the pitch. The second half will be starting shortly, so we take a quick breather. When we return with the second half, Nana Dakwa JC and Kelvin Osuansa will be in commentary position.
We are changing, so should you.
Hearts of Oak have made one switch. Maoli Wayo has gone off for Gordon Kujo. Wayo picked up a yellow card in the first half and also had some injury concerns. Didi Dramani, precautionary measure being taken by the gaffer, decides to bring out Wayo and replace him with Kujo.
Well, I think it's a decent substitution there. Maoli Wayo's impact after that press for the goal hasn't really been felt. Definitely needs fresh legs, especially when Wayo is on a yellow. He's the first start of his defensive approach to the game. And it's important it takes him off before he's shown the exit.
Kwekwo Usu swings in across, away by Ali. Headed down by Oforiata.
There's a lot to deal with this second half. Samartex will need to press a lot more, feed Mama. The Phobians will also be looking forward to seeing how best they can also approach and get a second goal. Looks more like Gordon is going to be at the rear. And then Rashford Benson playing high up in Wayo's initial position in the first half.
Mensah. Here is Aqua.
Lots of miscommunication there. Losing that ball.
Samartex sits on the league log with 24 points. Like Hartlepool, they've also won 6 times in this season's Premier League. 6 draws and 3 losses. Conceded 10 goals and scored 11. They've not scored so many goals like Hartlepool this season, Samartex. That was tricky. And Agbasi had to be alert. That was very tricky from Isaac Alfo. Nearly took Agbasi by surprise.
Fantastic save there. He saw the goalkeeper off his line, wanted to try his bit. Brilliant delivery from him. But Agbasi once again rising high to pull that save, parrying that ball over the goalpost. Impressive goalkeeping.
He continues to make the headlines every week. Solomon Agbasi is the corner for Samartex. Asian to take. Goes to the middle, headed away by Ali. Throwing Samartex. Here is Aqua. To Asian. Paku. That should be a foul against Isaac Alfo. Deliberate challenge on Hamza Issa. And Didi Dramani is furious with the challenge.
You can understand, and Alfo is already on a yellow card. He's looking for a second bookable offense to reduce the man of Samartex. Alfo needs to be very much careful. That was quite reckless from him.
Kweko Usuto, Isaac Alfo. He once made a cut for the Black Stars, but his form wasn't consistent, so these days he's not getting a look in by Coach Otoado. Paku with a drive, and Zachary handles it.
There was an awkward bounce there once it dropped. Paku, brilliant on the half volley. And Zachary was very well good with that. He made that brilliant save. He knows exactly what to do.
Here is Oforiata. Dramani. Aqua through the middle and straight to Solomon Agbasi.
That was poor decision there from Aqua, and you can understand the reaction from his coach, Christopher Henning. If you want to drive the ball from that distance, there should be more power. Agbasi would always be willing to welcome those kind of efforts.
Samartex seem to be taking the game to heart of oak in the last 3 minutes. As a matter of fact, after recess, it's all been Samartex. Kweko Usutu Agbesima. Now we watch Dramani. Kweko Usu. Ejeni Mboateng. There's a foul on him by Abdul Karim. A tackle from behind. These are the reactions that get you booked, Abdul Karim.
It's quite surprising he decided to go and engage in that. It was clearly needless tackling there, barging into his man, Jenny Mboateng.
Kweko Usu's drive. Isaac Alfo. All the way back to Musa Zakari. Osaisebe all the way back to Salaman Agbasi. Goalkeeper delivers poorly to hand Samartex the advantage. Ewa Dramani scored a wonder goal against Mediama at the TNA from the halfway line. Owusu to Asian. Now Aqua. Gripman to Agbesima. One in. Yabefi to Kakari. Has to work on the transition. Hamza Isa on the move. Good reaction from Zakari.
Very good reaction there. 7 as the sweeper, he read the line. Came up quickly to rescue his team, preventing Hamza Isa from latching onto that beautiful pass.
Hamza. Bayfi. Ball across the line. Flag up. Throw in Samartex.
Left field quite disappointed. That effort from him gone waste. Christopher Fenton has a lot to do. He needs to quickly get back into the game.
Gripman, Asian. Gripman nearly joined Hazavok when he left Great Olympics, but Nations got the signature, and then he eventually moved to Abrankesi before this move to Samartex, where his younger brother has joined. So, you know what? Seems to be confusing the two, but it's a story that everyone knows. The elder brother at Nations was the one that nearly joined Hearts of Oak when Olympics got relegated. This one excelled for golden kick in the FA Cup, and Samartex stole the signature. The only twins currently in the Ghana Premier League.
And it's quite interesting to see both defenders. Exactly. It's quite confusing trying to make out. Yeah, extremely.
It's a push on Hamza by Agbesima. It's the third time Agbesima is fouling Hamza Isa in this game.
He knows him very well. He's not going to allow him to make that turn. He knows if he allows him any inch of space, he's going to capitalize and cause trouble.
Kakari allows Parker to deliver. Agbesima heads it out. Here is Ransford Mensah to Abdul Karim. Lovely turn. It's a challenge that Oforiata will be lucky not to attract a yellow card for that late tackle on Abdul Karim.
It's quite a foot that got wrong in there. You can clearly see with the left foot decided to take down his man.
Clinton Kumi comes in together with Ofori. Ofori off his place, taken by Kumi.
He had a glorious opportunity to pull parity for his side, but couldn't sort out his feet properly and missed.
55 minutes in Legon. Still up by 1-0. That's the Black Stars #1 in Hazabo, Captain Benjamin Asari, watching from the stands. The question the people keep asking is, how are they going to deal with the competition between Asari and Solomon Agbasi, who seem not to be putting a foot wrong? He's been amazing, but Asari is the main man. Here is Emmanuel Mama. Good stop by Bayfi, he was trying to locate Kumi. Abdul Karim. Nearly gave the ball away, but Mama maybe wasn't paying attention. Good play from Adzabok. It's a handball against ACN.
He'll be quite furious, but that ball bounced off awkwardly and came onto his arm. It's quite surprising why ACN is complaining about this. Look at that pass. But I'm not sure he would have counted.
Judge Parku kills one, runs for Mensah. Ball crosses the line, is a goal kick. One that must have been executed from the training ground routine, but didn't quite get it spot on with that offside flag.
Well, the intent was to get the opponent a bit off guard.
Emmanuel Mama. Foul by Collison. Here's Gripman. The younger of the twins in the Premier League. Here's Atta Gripman. Zachary. Kakaris tried to squeeze one to Hamza Issa, but Samartex will tidy up with Zachary's clearance, getting the ball away from the area. So now back to the story I wanted to tell about the Azabok opposing goalkeeper Musa Zachary. He played for Liberty Professionals. When Liberty got relegated, he got a 49% of possession for Hazabok, 51 for Samartex, and obvious because of the second half performance. So when Liberty got relegated, things became hard for him. He was at home, decided to quit football. Now here is Ejenim. Iwa to Mama. Back to Iwa Dramani. Now to Asian. Back to Iwa Dramani, looking for options. Hazabok trying to tighten the back. Dramani goes solo with the left foot. And Agbasi would need not so much effort to deal with this one for the Phobians.
The intent was clear. This seems to be the best phase of play we've seen from Samartex in this second half. But Dramani, knowing his ability to hit the ball from a distance, should have at least done better with that wayward effort.
Didi Dramani got so much to do to hang on to this lead because Samartex don't seem to relent.
He's eager for results. He wants to win. The Phobians have dropped too many points at home. And they wouldn't
handball
be
against
ready.
Mama.
Clinton knew exactly what he was about. Mama was waiting for that pass, but unfortunately, the substitute went in with the forbidden part of the body in playing the game.
Offside. Back to the story on Zachary. So he decided to give up on football. Then Yusuf Chipsa came in for him, adopted him to the club consult, took him to his football club Sushine in Koforidua, then transferred him to Oko United. Then he won the best goalkeeper in the Division 1, caught the attention of Samartex, and joined only to displace goalkeeper Kofi Ba off his place to become number 1. You know what? It got to a point in time when things were not working right for him. He decided to be a commercial bike rider, what we call Okada locally. So these fans will be enjoying every moment on this Boxing Day with their darling club leading by 1-0 at this point at the University of Ghana Stadium. So that's the story of a professional goalkeeper who nearly gave up, became an Okada rider, and now number 1 goalkeeper for Samartex.
It's quite interesting and beautiful to see how things have turned around. These are the kind of stories football gives you. The persistency, the confidence, the edge, the resilience always gets you to the very top if you're eager to go for glory.
And there's one man who will be very excited about the success story of Musa Zakari. That's the younger brother of Suleiman Tari, Baba Musa. He's been inspiring him during those difficult times and continued to be his mentor back in the neighborhood in Dansoman.
Such a wonderful and inspirational story. One that gives hope. One that gives the strength to all others below him that yes, there's a future ahead that can give wonderful, wonderful elements. And I think the 2 goalkeepers have gone through some ordeals that makes their stories beautiful. About himself with the injury and all that has just been brilliant.
Here is Afo. Kweko Wusu. Aggressive up to Atta Gripman. And Gripman lobs the ball looking for Iwa Dramani. He finds him. Dramani has got Ali Mohammed to bit. Here is Ajanim Boatim back to Iwa Dramani. Lovely dummy. Ajanim. Kweko Wusu is late for the ball. It's cleared away by Ali. Only as far as Aqua. Asian. Aqua. Samartex is trying as hard as they can to unlock this out of the book back line, and it's becoming difficult. Now they have a free kick.
It's quite surprising why Collison had to go in with that tackle. Just giving away a free kick in an area where Samartex can really do well to test the Phobians.
Hartsobock 16 fouls, Samartex 11. Very aggressive game we've witnessed. Free kick for Samartex. Bent in by Asian. Cleared away by Abdul Karim for Hartsobock. Aqua controls it, he gives it away to Hamza. After that slip by Afo, here is Hamza Isa. He's got chance for Hartsobock. Here is Kakari. Now, Paku! He's missed. Glorious chance missed by George Paku. Could have been 2 for Hartsobock.
How could that effort be off target? George Paku. Brilliant counter break there. Karim with the wild boot there. Miscommunication between Aqua and the slip there coming from Isaac Afo. Hamza Issa doing his very best to find Martin Kakari. Poor first touch with his right, and he had to recover. But George Paku should at least get that on target. Quite disappointing. That should have been the second for Hartsobock. An insurance goal that would have done them a lot of good.
Isaac Afo. ACB brings it down for Ali. Then it's back for Agbasi by Mensah.
think the Phobians are still trying to find their pieces together. Lots of urgency from Samartex. Artificial casually trying to get out of their zone every time they have the ball.
Foul for Samartex. Collison impressed in his first start of the season. It's not been a regular feature in this season's campaign, but he wants to take the most of the advantage in the absence of Hussein in this game.
We'll see.
As well as the other midfielder, Raphael Amponsan.
I think the Phobians will be very much happy.
It's going to be party on Boxing Day. The result stays this way. Perfect Christmas gift from Didi Dramani and his charges to the fans for Christopher Ennin. If Ennin doesn't get a win, I'm sure 1 point will be a kind present for the faithfuls in Samurai Boy.
Lots of thinking to do. The reason why he's gone to Henry Wellington has had lots of time with Samartex to see if he can get one back, possibly a point to Summer Boy.
Aqua, the makeshift midfielder. Isaac Afo. Aqua gives the ball away. Here is Hamza Isa. He's got Paco in the middle. Hamza, he's got his heads down. Another banter, Agbesima and Hamza.
Very experienced defender. Agbesima knows when to put in the tackle, when to slide in, when to go down to the ground. Hamza trying to make life difficult for him, but he's equally passed the test with him. Ebenezer Aqua will be a bit fuming within. He's given lots of the balls away, and as a captain, less of that should be seen from you.
Hamza. Bayfish cross away by Owusu. Cross comes in again, flicked away by Asian. Mensah. Samartex will take over. Here is Kumi. Gives it away to Abdul Karim. Now George Paco with a poor touch from Paco. Clumsy. Signs of frustration. Definitely gets the yellow card for it. Silly card to take.
It's quite silly. You could understand his frustration, missing the ball, trying to retrieve it quickly. There was no need. You launch into any of your opponents like that. And now stretched, elbow pointing to Aqua. And that would be very silly from Aqua. It looks like a headbutt. If any of the officials saw it, he could be in trouble.
Needless, senseless, and absolutely mad from Aqua. You should be leading by example. You shouldn't be headbutting a player in this off-the-ball incident. And I think it was at the blind side of the referee. He didn't see it. If he confirms with the fourth referee who sees it, this should be a red card.
I'm sure the fourth official will be communicating with him. But what is wrong with Ali Mohammed?
He's saying there's a second time he's committing such a foul, and he thinks that he should get into the books of the referee. That's the frustration from Ali, and it's a yellow card to Paku.
It's quite surprising what transpired there on the blind side of the officials. Aqua is very lucky the league doesn't use the video assistant referee. That would have easily been a red.
Henry Watson comes in to replace Martin Kakari. It's not been an impressive evening for Kakari. He's been average by his own standards. That's the incident.
Yeah. Paco knew exactly what he was doing. And Aqua just went into him. That's a headbutt.
No. Uncalled for. uncalled for. You can easily report him to the referee if you think it's frustrating you. Lucky to escape the
But his
yellow.
experience as captain of the team, that's terrible decision from him.
I've known him to be a quiet player and very gentle, but you know, football, that head can turn any time.
Temper's got to him. You can understand.
Asian. Lovely solo run from Asian. Turning between shooting or passing. Now Agent Imboatin. Agent Imboatin tries to bring it back. It's cleared by Ali Mohammed. Well controlled by Hamza. Now he goes down from the tackle of Kweku Owusu.
That was brilliant piece of play there from Samartex, getting the ball in there, that cut back. But Ali Mohammed read the situation. Kweku Owusu very much combative. He's been industrious. But Hamza Issa knowing what he has to do, winning fouls, slowing down the tempo of the game to favor Hatterfolk, who are not in a rush to get any goal. They welcome the cushion anytime. But as it stands now, they wouldn't want to play to suit Samartex's pace.
Zachary's out for Samartex. Here's Abdul Karim for Hartsabok. Tries to put one for Mensah, late for that one. Throwing to Samartex.
Gentleman has been really impressive. The right-hand side of Samartex defense offering lots of support upfield. To see Christopher Henning knows that tempers are rising, telling Kweku Ebenezer Akwa to calm down. He needs them as he tries to get the equalizer.
Another foul for Samartex.
These fouls in needless positions. Too ragged coming in. There from Gordon Kojo. A left back. A push right on the back of Kumi.
Samartex have played 7 games away from home. This is their 8th away game of the season. They've not won a single away game. 3 defeats and 4 draws in 7 away games for Samartex. And in the process, they've conceded 7 goals. This is the 8th away goal they are conceding. Gordon Sefer and Akwesi Sapon comes in for Ebenezer Akwa, the captain, and Emmanuel Mama. So Christopher Henning is trying to go all out. More offensive men on the field at the moment.
Has now put a trusted midfielder, allowing more space, more opportunity for Kweku Owusu to burst forward. Akwesi Sapon is one such player who has lots of bites.
A quarter of an hour mark remaining. Is Hearts 1, Samartex 0.
It's a pass going wrong there.
Clarence.
These are the times you need to keep your game plan either intact or alter it quickly. If you want the right result, a narrow lead by Hatterfolk, they would want to keep it or possibly get the second. Samartex will be looking for the equalizer, going all out.
Hatterfolk have played under pressure and they've not been consistent at home. out of 7 home games, they've won 3 times, drawn 3 times, and they've lost 1 game at home in the Premier League this season. And Samartex know there could be a way out. And that header just flies over the bar for a goal kick. That's the Kumi flying header.
That was a beautiful whip there from Isaac Afful. Kumi did not leave for that. He decided to just be on his toes to connect to that.
Baba Adamu and Duku getting ready to come on. So Frank Abra Duku, Baba Adamu in for George Parku and Abdul Karim. Karim will have some words for George, for Duku. Frank as he goes in.
Looks more like the Dramani wants Samartex to also be pinned back. Now playing with 2 attackers. Duku Hamza Isa. Tababada will need to help Collison in midfield, adding some fresh legs and lots of cover for the Hartlepool defense.
Good skill from Asian. Agbesima under pressure. Now Alfo. Ball crossed the line. There's a throw in for Hartlepool. If the results stay this way, Hartlepool will climb to 2nd spot before the rest of the games. For match day 16 tomorrow, they go 28 points, 1 behind.
That'll be good for them, knowing they're not too far away from the top spot. They're air to win the Ghana Premier League.
Godwin safer. Samartex growing in confidence. Here is Ejeni Mboateng. Clever tackle from Ali.
The ball bounced off. Awkwardly a bad, preventing Ejeni from having better control of that ball. Look at that, heavy touch. And Ali knew that was the best opportunity for him to slide in and make that challenge. Good defensive work there from Ali Mohammed.
So as a matter of fact, Hartlepool will go the same points as Diana, who have a game in hand to play tomorrow. They move to 28 points. If the results stay this way, it will be refreshing to see them on 2nd. As Mediama take on Hearts of Lions tomorrow in what could be the top line of match day 16.
It's been an interesting season so far. The points so close. You lose a game, you drop points with a draw, and you're edging closer to the midsection or the base of the table. If you win, you inch closer to the top spot. That's why you cannot afford to be losing or dropping points.
Hearts gets a free kick. Nine more minutes for Samartex to save themselves from another defeat. They've been poor travelers. Not a single win away from Samra Boy this season for the former champions. And the status quo remain. If it stays this way, that would mean they've not beaten Hartlepool away from home.
I'm sure Didi Dramani knows that at this point in time. That is where Lots of instructions, making sure his charges keep focused on the game. Every detail counts. The fine margins at this moment could hurt your team.
Kwekusu not paying attention. Zachary gets it away, but he's giving it out for a throw into Artsavok under that pressure.
There's an unfortunate one there from Musa News. He could have done better. Cannot afford to be giving the ball away.
Watson gives away possession. Artsavok not happy about the decision to award Samartex the foul. Akwe sees upon. He was fouled by.
I was lucky to have been awarded that by the referee. Too many touches from him. Play the ball into the hands of Atufo.
Godwin Safer throwing Samartex. Trying to take the game to Artsavok. Throw everything at them in this last 7 minutes. Kweku Owusu. Roland Gripman goes forward in confidence. Here is Gripman. He gives it away to Baba Damu. They played together at Golden Kick, Gripman and Baba Damu, only last season, and it's refreshing to see them in the top flight this season playing against each other. They used to form that partnership at the back at Golden Kick. That's Mauli Wayo, got yellow carded, got injured, and had to be subbed off.
But his biggest contribution resulted in that goal.
Sure.
And I'm sure we were very glad during the review of the game, the technical meeting. But wonderful from Golden Kick last season, the sort of performance they put up getting to the final of the FA Cup. Nearly gave us another shock of their lives.
Poor play from Asian. He's been better all evening than what he just delivered. Isaac Alfo. Gordon Safer tries to shoot. It's ended up as a pass to Ewa Dramani, who's got Asian behind him for support. Asian, lovely flick. Ejani Mboatin, he's trying to bite that one. Referee's not interested.
You clearly see he was waiting for that fall. He was waiting for that touch. He was waiting for that challenge to drop.
Another substitution for Samartex. Christian Ejani Mboatin is going out for Benedict Alfo.
It was very much expected. He played very well in the first half, but in the second half seemed to have been lost from the game.
Godwin Safer shoots and is delivered terribly. It's gone out for a goal kick.
He knew he could have done better. Poor execution by him. He has a lot more quality.
Gripman to Agbesima. To the last 4 minutes, Samartex still trailing the Phobians through that Hamza Isa goal. Following that communication lapse in defense. Gordon Safer away by agent Osei Sibe. Frank Duku.
Lots of strength there coming in. Duku is waiting for that touch. Referee Graham not willing to offer any calls in that area at this moment.
Essien loses out. Mensah. Good control by Hamza. He's fouled and is a free kick. Gripman complains Hamza handled the ball. Referee thinks otherwise. Hartsock free kick.
Very good work there from Hamza Issa every time. He's trusted with the ball. He does well to hold up. Either he makes that cover. You can see coming off his chest. Good leap by him. Won the ball cleanly, made that turn. And Bashiba's budging to him. It was enough for the referee to call for that free kick.
Hartsock will wrap up the first round of the league with a trip to the west against Mediama on match day 17 next weekend. And Samartex will return home at the Incenture Arena to play against Young Apostles. Zachary nearly fumbled with that Ali Mohammed free kick.
See, Ali Mohammed. But disappointing quite. Not wanting to get into that. Samartex have these final minutes and how to make sure they keep the rear very tight.
Godwin Safer. Lovely skill. That ain't going nowhere. Kwekweusu sends one forward. Ali didn't communicate with his goalkeeper who had come for it. Essien swings in across, away by Esebe. He was pushed in the process and it's a foul. It's a good call. Kumi just went straight into pushing Osei Esebe and he shows great sportsmanship.
Very clever defensive work there coming from the captain Osei Esebe. Essien. Beautiful delivery there. It was hanging. Esebe knew exactly what to do. Unorthodox way of clearing that ball. Had to dive into that. And Kumi coming into him. There's always going to be a disadvantage.
5 additional minutes after 90. Is Hartsock still hanging on to that slim lead over Samartex here under the lights in Legon on Boxing Day?
A perfect gift for the fans. Wrapped it all beautifully in a box.
Couldn't have asked for more on a special day like this.
In rainbow colors.
Absolutely. Baba Damu. Mensah away by Gripman and Hamza is chasing. Agbesima wants to clear. He gets it away but not too far. It is still Hamza. Issa tries to find Duku. Duku is offside.
That was late there from Hamza Issa. Duku was quickly waiting for that ball. He could have just sent it through the moment he had that touch.
Hartsock's Ali Mohammed has gone down after a late challenge on him. White, first minutes of additional time. Messi tries to produce an assist, but it wasn't just going to get to Mensah. Last season we saw Benjamin Asari assisting Maoli Wayo to score in that game against Madiama in Takwa. Flag stays down, but eventually referee whistles because it was late, but eventually it went up.
Certainly had to be very much sure of that decision, took his time. And Kumi, too quick, early on his bike. Look at that pass in there, Sibi tried to block it.
Halfway through the end of stoppage time, and Hazabok hanging on to that lead. Here is Roland Gripman. Sends one forward. Hazabok protecting their lead and ensuring that they don't give Samartex any goal scoring opportunities. Again, is a mix-up in the Samartex defense. Zachary gives the ball away, but that effort from Collison did not have enough power behind it to score what could have been a spectacular here in Legon.
A dream that would have come true if it was hit with more power and pace. It was still hanging, and he gave Mr. Zachary the opportunity to track back and make that save.
A late charge by Ewa Dramani. Wasted effort. Frustration sets in for Christopher Enin. His team will remain on the sixth position of the league log, still on 24 points. But it will be Hazabok who climb to the second spot, and they only separated from Adriana FC with a goal difference of 2. But Adriana have a game to play later on tomorrow. Foul for Hazabok to defend. Agbasi has gone down and is attracting the referee's attention.
Seems to be in a bit of pain. This will keep off some pressure. And that's the foot that it looks like it's been worrying him. But there was virtually nothing.
It's fair to say he's not trying to waste time.
Not at all. If anything is to go by, it was a situation he struggled with last week.
Perfect Christmas gifts for the young Phobians, adding more spark and color to their support base of the club. Pressure from Hamza and Musa Zakari. Clever. Goes past Hamza calmly. He's still not gone into his goal post. Here is Boateng, but he stopped. And it's a foul for Hatzabok.
Very good work there done by Henry Boateng, picking up the ball. But Sefa did enough to prevent him from whipping that ball in early, knowing his goalkeeper was out of position. He couldn't take that chance. He couldn't risk it.
Free kick taken by Collison and it's flown over the bar for a goal kick. Final whistle. Hatzabok, back-to-back home wins for the Phobians. After beating Nations FC a fortnight ago, they've beaten Samartex and picked up maximum points here at the University of Ghana, a win that sends them to second on the league log, only separated by leaders Aduana on goals, although they have a game in hand. Didi Dramani would not mind, they'll savor the moment as Hearts of Oak, after impressing in Domahinkro, although they didn't win, they are back to winning ways here at the University of Ghana in Legon. And Kelvin Osei-Sibe, what a display, and it's no doubt that he deserves to be the MVP. The Hearts of Oak number 5 has been named man of the match. Sterling performance from the guy who deputized for Captain Benjamin Asari today. Congratulations to the man of the match. So it's full time here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium in Legon. Hearts of Oak 1, FC Samartex 0.
What a way to end 2025 for Hearts of Oak with a win over Samartex. 1-0 it was, and that goal scored by Hamza proving to be very, very crucial in the end. 3 points for the Phobians as they enter 2026. My name is Mutala Yakubu. This is the Ghana Premier League on TV3 and on your TV. I've been joined by Christopher Enin, the head coach of Samartex. Coach, first of all, commiseration to you. Do you think the scoreline is a fair reflection of what you saw?
Well, thank you very much. I think it's an error that gave them the goal, because we gave the goal out and then it makes all the game plan change. So I think it's something that we need to still work on, and I think the finishing aspect also, we are lacking the finishing. So I think they are still young, we are building them, so I think we'll get there.
Of course. Now, you coaches often talk about football being determined by fine lines. You earlier on got an opportunity. Do you think that save from Agbasi proved decisive in the end?
Yeah, it was really fantastic save, because that would have changed the game altogether, because it was within 2 minutes when we get that opportunity. So I think it's something that it really affects us. And as soon as it turned back, we got punished. That's how football is. When you get your chances and you don't bury them, it turns back to you. So
now you have one final game to end the first round of the Ghana Premier League. What needs to change going into that?
Yeah, I've learned a lot, and we need to still push hard so that at least at the home there we'll get it. But I'm still fighting for the away win, and I'm believing we'll come back the second round.
Well, we wish you all the best, and Merry Christmas again to you.
Same to you.
Christopher Enin there. He is the head coach of Samartex. They've lost by a goal to nil, and this evening he is saying that they need to change a lot, especially in terms of their finishing, to ensure that they win match day 17, which will be the final game before we end the first round. This round is actually the penultimate round of the Ghana Premier League. Coach Masood Didi Dramani has joined me. I saw him partying with the boys, so let's do this quickly before he goes back to join them. Coach, congratulations to you on your win. Do you think you deserved fully all the 3 points?
I think so. I think we created more scoring chances, and then we're more aware of how we wanted the outcome to go, and we knew it was going to be very tough. We respected the opponent also with their abilities, and so it was a two-way side, how to manage the opponent and then how to make use of your strengths in terms of our pressing. Our pressing yielded positive outcomes.
Of course. Now, you scored early in the first half, but before that, Solomon Agbasi made a brilliant save. How crucial was that save throughout the entire game?
But that's why he's there. So what the outfield players are not able to do, he's supposed to take guard of the goal, and so he was very untimely. We lost the ball, so easily in that situation, and in more situations it should be a goal, but I think that he stood out 100%.
Of course, final game before the first round ends. You're playing Mediama next week at the TNA Park. What needs to change, even though you've won today, what needs to change?
We just have to do some good reflections on this game. For me, I value this game more than the Mediama game. I value more on this game because I need to watch the game, observe the game again, and look at areas where we are really very strong, and also look at areas where we had challenges, and also look up for the learning parts.
Of course.
That is how we want to grow. We still have a lot to improve, and so in different parts of the field, we still have a lot to improve, and we can grow and then be more consistent in our approach.
Coach,
I'm just happy for Hamza for keeping up his scoring boots.
Yeah, and I was asking you, I mean, you've been in this situation before, but how fulfilled are you to have a goalkeeper like Agbasi and also Benjamin Asari? I mean, you have two of the best goalkeepers.
They are all good for the national team, and so, there were times when we had Salif Ansah, we have Mohamed Odum, and then we have all this, and House of Oak had good goalkeepers who were both in the national team. So I think that is what it's supposed to be, because they are all at the top level.
So you think both of them can be in the national team?
Absolutely, because both of them are in their top shape, and so it is the right way to go about it, because both of them are all one of the best goalkeepers in our local league, and when you give them the opportunity, then the grounds will show who has to lead.
Well, Coach, we wish you all the best again, and Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to our Phobian fans, and then to your massive
Coach Masu Didi Dramani, the head coach of Hearts of Oak, talking about the fact that both goalkeepers, that is Solomon Agbasi and Benjamin Asari, are both gold to be called into the national team, and that would be a bold call from Coach Otuado. The most valuable player in today's game, Captain Fantastic, he is here. Coach, Capito, I said Coach. Capito, I mean, what a game you've had today. How important is this win for Hearts of Oak to end 2025?
First of all, I'll give thanks to the Almighty God for giving us this great win. And for the question that you asked me, it was important to read the players and also our supporters, because our game against Aduana, we were supposed to win that game, but we couldn't win the game. So coming into this game, now at least we have to do something to make our supporters happy. So that's the reason why we win this game.
Now, Hearts of Oak is one of the least conceding side in the Ghana Premier League. How crucial is it to have two goalkeepers like Benjamin Asari and Agbasi in your ranks?
Yeah, as a team, when you are having goalkeepers who are good, in case of one is not around, you can use the other one. So for this season, we thank God we are having a great goalkeepers for the season.
Of course. Now, you've been criticized a lot for not scoring enough. How important is it to have your striker, your main striker in Hamza scoring? What would it do to his confidence?
In a game, when as a striker, each and every game, it's either you score or you give an assist. So for Hamza, for now, he's scoring. It boosts his confidence, and also in each and every game, he have to score for the team to win.
Of course. Now, this is the final game before we enter 2026. Look into the camera. What message do you have for Hearts of Oak fans?
I'll thank them for the support that they have keep supporting us, what they always do to us. In anything, whether rain or shine, they have to keep supporting us. And this is a Christmas game for them. And also, the win is important to the supporters. And we give this win as a Christmas gift to Accra Hearts of Oak supporters in Ghana and across the globe.
Ose Asibe, captain of Hearts of Oak, the most valuable player in today's game. Merry Christmas to you, Asibe. Coach Eben will join me now. That goal that Hamza scored proved decisive. In the end, it won Hearts of Oak big 3 points against Samartex.
Well, I think that they have a very good mentality. I believe that if that had not been their mentality, I mean, Samartex would have got the equalizer. I mean, Hasselhoff played tactically because at the point, it was a tactical game between the two coaches, Christopher Eni and then Didi Dramani. And I think that both teams did very well, especially Samartex. They had their team shape. Their shape, they never changed their shape. The substitution that they did, the players who came to do the same thing the other players were doing. And for me, the awareness and decision making that caused Samartex not to get the equalizer. But we give credit to Osai and of course Ali Mohammed. They defended very well. And of course Hamza also put a lot of pressure on the two centre backs of Samartex. And I think that both sides gave us a very good.
Now, I remember when Hamza scored against Nations FC, you said it was a confident booster. He got to Ediana, performed well, and today he's gotten another goal. How much of an improvement have you seen in Hamza?
Well, I think before the Nations game, everybody was talking about Hamza. He was not scoring. His contribution to Hasselhoff game was very poor. And I think that he did very well in the game against Aduana. He didn't score, but he scores against Nations. And today, look at the kind of goal, the composure and the precision and the direction. And I think that he has run for 90 minutes. And I think it's a good mark of a striker. He needs to keep it up.
Goalkeeper Agbasi, fantastic in post. You were with Benjamin Asari and watching the game. How crucial is it for Hearts to have two very good goalkeepers?
Well, I think they can manage them. At a point, Black Stars were having Edi Ansan and then the late Salif Ansan. So for me, House of Folk were having Sami Eje, they have a Bendida.
Well, Coach Masoud Didi Dramani thinks that both of them can be in the national team.
They should be in the national team. They play for our local league. Everybody is watching APL. Everybody is watching TV3, Onuya TV, and they've seen the exploits of Solomon Agbashi. And of course, before then, Asari has made his mark with the Black Stars. Agbashi he did it with Dreams FC, and we didn't give him the credit. And I think that he has shown and he has proven. It is time for Fatah Udauda to get this boy into the Black Stars.
Well, that will be a bold call from Coach Otoado. Let's see what happens. Benjamin Asari is already the #1 for the Black Stars. Agbasi also showing qualities, and Masoud Didi Dramani, the head coach of Hearts, thinks that he should also be in the national team. This is where we call it a wrap here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Hearts of Folk winning their game by a goal to nil against Samartex to end 2025. My name is Mutala Yakubu. I did this with Coach Ebenezer Sefa, Nana Dakwa Jesse, and Kelvin Owusu were in commentary position. Tomorrow, we will bring you another action from the Kwando Sports Stadium. Heart of Lions, they would also be playing against Mediama. It's a big one at 3:30. It will be live on TV3 and on your TV. Then on Sunday, we wrap up our coverage at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium on Kotoko. They will be in action against Bichim United. From us here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, we say have a Merry Christmas and let's meet tomorrow for more action.
In the heart of Ghana, a nation rich with natural resources and vibrant culture, lies the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, a beacon of excellence in the energy sector. For over 40 years since its